In the heart of the South Deanery, a vibrant tapestry of people come together. Each one, a unique thread woven into the fabric of the Roncalli High School community. Join us as we explore the stories, the passions, and the shared spirit that unites us all.
Greetings to all in the Roncalli family, and thank you for joining us for our monthly Together We Serve video series as we recognize, thank, and pay tribute to the pastors from each of the Catholic parishes that make up the South Deanery of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis. It's a very small way by which we can express our deep appreciation for all that they do in shepherding each of their respective parishes and for their support of Roncalli High School. As mentioned last month, we had 3 new pastors in our South Deanery after the new assignments this past June. This month, I'm delighted to be joined by one of those new pastors here to the South Deanery, Father Tim DeCrane. Father Tim grew up in Greenwood and Westfield, Indiana. He was ordained a priest by Archbishop Thompson on June the 1st of 2019. In his first 7 years of priestly ministry, Father Tim has served the parishes of St. Monica, Our Lady of the Greenwood, and St. Rose. In addition, he served as the chaplain coordinator at Cardinal Ritter High School. Father Tim now has double duty as he's now the pastor at St. Roch Catholic Church and just down the road on Meridian Street, Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Father Tim, thanks for joining me, and most importantly, on behalf of everyone around Roncalli, thanks for your ministry.
It's an honor to do it.
Great, good to have you here in the South Deanery.
Great to be here.
Kind of unofficially was in the South Deanery at St. Rose before, now he's officially in the
Correct.
Thanks for joining us again. For our listeners, if you could share a little bit about your vocation story. How did that come to be?
You know, grew up in a very Catholic family, and we had a relationship with a lot of different priests as I was growing up, and my parents took the faith very seriously. Obviously, you know, Mass every Sunday, but we go throughout the week as well, and we always pray together as a family. And I kind of took on an active leadership in my parish at the time in high school, and with youth group and serving, and you know, having been around so many different priests, it was always something where it's like I could see myself doing that, and you know, there was some interest there. And but of course, you know, I had all kinds of different plans of what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, to make a long story short, I was like, I'm gonna give it a year, and that was now more years than I wanted to admit to. But what really strengthened my vocation was after being in seminary and many of the different experiences that I had. I worked at a women's shelter one summer. I worked at a level 1 trauma center as a chaplain another summer. I did a Spanish immersion trip another summer. A lot of diverse assignments, but I think what really got me was when I took my pastoral year, and this is right after working at the chaplaincy at the hospital, and working in the parish and seeing the nuts and bolts of the parish, and the longing and the beauty of the faith really coming alive for a lot of different people in a lot of different ways.
That's a neat story. Just all the different diversity of your vocation. That's neat.
Very much so.
You mentioned priests. I'm curious, were there specific priests and or other adults that really kind of had an impact on you, guiding you towards that vocation?
You know, I have to think of one, and he was my childhood pastor, Monsignor Harold Kinnear.
Yeah.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention him. You know, what I think I remember about him is he was always present for the sacraments. He was always joyful in his ministry. And there was one time Mom and I were passing by the church, and he had pulled out a vacuum, was just vacuuming the chapel up before Mass. And you know, I grew up in a household where if you see something, do it.
Yeah.
And so I've tried to model that today.
Sure.
In my ministry.
So many people have so many kind things to say about Father Kinnear.
Oh yeah.
What a good man.
Absolutely.
Let's take you back to Ordination Day, June the 1st of 2019. What vivid memories still stand out in your mind today about that special day?
I'm going to give you 2 really quick. One's very funny, and then one is very serious. So my brother was in from out of town. My oldest brother was in from out of town, and he decided he was going to be my chauffeur. And so he drove me downtown, and after ordination, he was not quite sure how to talk to me, but I hadn't had coffee yet, and I'm a big coffee drinker. And so we stopped at a coffee shop on the way home, and we got in a fight over, not a bad fight, like jokingly, over who got to pay. And so that was when he knew I was still his youngest brother. What I remember of the actual rite of ordination was when Archbishop Thompson poured the chrism on my hands, and I'm looking directly into him. And it was just that focus of our shepherd and being entrusted with his ministry.
Yeah. What those hands now get to do are in the one.
Right.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
I'm sure celebrating the Mass is just an unbelievable gift, and I'm sure a lot entrusted to you there. But what other parts of your ministry through 7 years have you kind of started to fall in love with?
Teaching.
Yeah.
It was one of the many things I thought I could do if I didn't go to seminary or didn't follow through with it. I absolutely love teaching. And I think the other thing that I really enjoy and I really appreciate, there's so much joy in the simple moments, and that's what really sticks with people. Every assignment that I've left or every assignment I've been at will come up with a simple little thing that I thought nothing of, and it changed their whole world. Like, people come back because of it. And I'm not the only one. I'm like, oh, I'm so special because of this. No. You talk to brother priests, and it's like, it's amazing how the small things are what can lead people back, and you never know the seeds you're planting.
That's powerful as well. Just the simplicity of things is great. How about favorite saints? Any favorite saints for you?
I've got a ton.
Good. Good. Top 3.
Gosh, I love St. Francis of Assisi, his love of nature, his simplicity of life. Of course, now I'm at Sacred Heart, so things have come full circle. And I love the outdoors too. Seeing God's presence in the outdoors very much renews me. St. Benedict, of course, and just his holy rule. There's a lot we can take from it in our everyday lives. And then on my desk is a statue that my great uncle, who was a priest of the Diocese of Cleveland, had on his desk. So St. John Vianney, the patron saint of the parish priest. So those 3.
Super. Have you been to Assisi? I'm just curious.
I had not.
Boy, it's beautiful.
That's what everyone says.
That on your bucket list. Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely.
And simple again in many ways. So I hope you get there soon.
Absolutely.
You've touched on a couple of things here. If Father Tim had not answered the call to the priesthood, what might he be doing today?
Gosh, when I was in high school, I was convinced, because I'd taken a career test, and I thought I was going to be a lawyer. Because that's what it showed. I would probably be doing teaching. I come from a family of educators, so I'd probably be doing teaching.
Great.
Yeah.
Just curious, math, science, social studies,
English, social studies, writing,
something
along those lines. History, along those lines.
Well, 2 parishes now, so I don't know what free time looks like for you. But when Father Tim gets a snippet of free time, what do you like to do to relax or use in your free time?
When the weather's great and most of the year, I get to pull out my camper on my days off. And so going to Brown County Park is my favorite place to go.
Great.
I've got 2 dogs. They're both rescues, so I spend time with them. And I like to read. I like to write. And I actually, when I was on pastoral year, learned how to make rosaries. And so that's a big stress reliever for me as well.
Take some firewood and go camping down the back end.
Absolutely.
Happy to boy. Peaceful.
Yes.
Good for you. Are you reading anything currently?
Nothing in the last couple of weeks I haven't. I need to get back to that habit.
Too busy moving.
Right.
Well, again, on behalf of everyone at Roncalli, thank you for your ministries.
Thank you.
The continued blessings on you as well.
Thank you, Senator Roncalli.
Thank you. And thank you to all of you who join us each month for our Together We Serve video series. We continue to hear lots of positive feedback, which we really appreciate. Would you please join me praying daily for Father Tim and for his brother priests here in the Archdiocese and all who've been charged with sharing the gospel to all 4 corners of the world. Please pray for their lives and their ministry. Until next month, please join us again then. God bless you. Go Royals, and St. John the 23rd, pray for us.